the most populous black nation, home to the poorest people on planet Earth, in majority. The most terrorized country in Africa is Nigeria. Nigeria is not the greatest black African nation. Let us stop deceiving ourselves. What are the indicators to indicate greatness? Can we look at it? From the economic point of view, we are not the greatest. We're not even top 3 in Africa. South Africa tops us in terms of economy as the biggest economy in Africa. 60 million people, annual revenue of $126 billion. 228 million people in Nigeria, annual revenue of barely $60 billion. GDP per capita of about $1,100. South Africa, about $6,000. In terms of military strength, we're not even among the top 3 in Africa. We are the only country, we have the highest population of out-of-school kids. He talks about population as if it's an achievement. That we breed children we cannot send to school. 20 million out of school. For record purposes, the number of out-of-school kids in 2015 by UNESCO record was 10.5 million. Under this government of Buhari and the current government, that number had doubled from 10 million to 20 million. What is Shetima talking about? And then Shetima cited, Rishi Sunak never talked about India. Have you seen India's renaissance over the last 10-15 years? Do you see where India is today? Look at where India was 15 years ago. Even 10 years ago when Modi became prime minister. And see where India is today. And the giant stride they've made. Why would any same person talk down on a country that is moving forward? Why would Elon Musk talk down on South Africa that has not regressed? Minimum wage in South Africa is about 31,000 naira. Minimum wage in Nigeria is about $23. What are we talking about here? He talked about the other country, people from Taiwan. Is Taiwan a third world country? Look at Singapore. 1 out of every 15 Singaporean is a millionaire in dollar. As of 1965, Nigeria was ahead of Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, even South Korea. Go and check the records. As of 1960, Nigeria GDP was $4.2 billion. South Korea was $3.9 billion. As of 1970, Nigerian GDP was $12.2 billion. South Korea was $9.2 billion. As of 1980, our GDP to that of South Korea was at par. Today, South Korean GDP is $1.63 trillion. Nigerian GDP had moved down from $554 billion in 2015 under Jonathan to $252 billion, and it's still going down. What is Shetima talking about? Today, South Korea will glibly call the whole of Africa to South Korea, Nigeria, Africa Summit. Because Nigeria has failed Africa. Because of men like Shetima, who have refused to acknowledge, who are still grandstanding in emptiness.